You need to either have more forward motion or less holding back. I was listening to Lonnie Hunter this morning when I dropped the kids off to school. And if you all don't know who Lonnie Hunter is, he's a gospel artist, also a radio personality. And he has this segment on the show that's called the Get It Done Mindset. And a lot of times he has so many helpful tips, things to get you started throughout your week. And the Get It Done Mindset is you start on Monday saying what you're going to get done. And then by Friday, you should have that thing done. And I love that. So today, when he said more forward motion or less holding back, my mind automatically went to the negative, which is the holding back. Things that I often do when I am, I would say, kind of procrastinating things. Like, for instance, right before I recorded, I was like, I need to go get a mic. I need to find a lavalier mic in order to record. I don't need to do that right now. This is the beginning of the YouTube journey. I have one in the house. I just can't find it right now. But that should not have stopped me from recording. So I'm just going to sit down and do it as I have been doing, and get into the mindset of the just do it, get it done mindset. So when I think about the less holding back, we need to stop holding ourselves back from doing the things that we need to do. And one of the things that hold us back a lot are fears, basically. One of the fears that always jump out to me is the fear of judgment or the fear of failure. Those two are very pronounced in my mind as far as the fears that I worry about on this YouTube journey. The fear of judgment. Once we post this video, it's out there, it's in the world, we're going to be judged, period. It could be a positive judgment, it could be a negative judgment. But the thing is, we cannot let that stop us, because the words that we are speaking are resonating with someone. They're bringing value to someone. So don't worry about being judged, because every day we're going to be judged. Once we step our foot outside, either we're judging ourselves before we do that, or we're being judged once we get in the car and somebody else sees us. So the fear of judgment is something that cannot control our lives. We have to move forward in this. And as we continue to practice and continue to put videos out on a regular basis, we're going to get better and better. It's called progress. Practice makes progress. Practice eventually may make perfect for some things, but practice makes progress. And I just want to focus on some of the things that hold us back besides the fear. It's also self-doubt, not believing in yourself. You know, I think there's something called imposter syndrome, and I need to look that up. But you're always questioning your ability or feeling like you don't belong, but you do belong. You can do anything you put your mind to. Don't doubt yourself. You know, I actually have a list of things, because when I heard Lonnie Hunter this morning talk about holding yourself back, I was like, you know what, let me think of some of the common things that hold us back. And I have a list here, and it actually includes self-doubt, not believing in yourself. That is so high. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to know that we can do it. And the self-doubt, like Lonnie says, the get it done mindset, self-doubt puts you in the mindset of not believing you're ready. So you have to stop. We have to stop doubting ourselves. We're on this journey together. We're going to make it together. We're going to be consistent. That's key. Consistency. I'm going to say it in almost every video. We have to be consistent with what we're doing here. So the mindset of self-doubt and the imposter syndrome, that mindset makes you feel like you're not ready or you're not good enough. But we know the exact opposite. We are ready. Once you sit down, press record, you're ready. Just start talking. Regardless of the mistakes, regardless of the regardless of the awkward silence, whatever comes to mind, just start recording. And mind you, it may take a few takes. So again, we are in practice mode. Just get out there, do it. You're ready. You are good enough. Make sure you put that in your spirit, put that in your heart. I am good enough. Again, I have some affirmations that I have recorded a few days ago. On my channel, you will find some affirmations, and that will help you in this content creation space, as well as in general, in life in general. So take a look at those two videos. I have two videos that I have provided some affirmations, and that will be helpful to you as well. Next, we talked about fear of failure. That's something that I have as well, fear of failure. I think anytime that we venture outside of our comfort zone, we have the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, all these types of fears come up. The fear of failure, you will never know that fear unless you try. You have to try. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, I'm afraid to fail," and not even try, because guess what? You might not ever fail. Of course, we all fail, but I'm just saying, give something a try before you sit here and say, "I can't do it." So many people are afraid of even trying before they even put their minds out there to say, "You know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to worry about failing." But when you do fail, you get closer and closer to not failing the next time. So you have to experiment. We have to experiment. Next is procrastination. So high on my list. I think I talked about that on my first video. Procrastination is another fear. It's basically another fear. Procrastination is just holding you back. It's delaying, putting things off because of the fear of failure. You procrastinate. And let me see something. I have a definition of procrastination here. Okay, procrastination, delaying tasks or putting things off, especially the ones that bring you closer to your dreams. It can be a form of self-sabotage. And this often happens when you're afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone, just as I mentioned. Self-sabotage. We don't want to sabotage ourselves. We don't want to sabotage our dreams. If not, we're going to remain stagnant. We're going to remain in that space where we're not happy, where we're not fulfilled, and our dreams are just going to continue to pass us by. And we don't want to do that. So, like I said earlier, I was procrastinating, looking for a lavalier microphone somewhere in a box. I don't know where it is. But I said, you know what? Record it anyway. The audio is going to be the audio. It's been fine so far. Of course, a lavalier mic will probably make it better. But at this point, don't procrastinate. Don't self-sabotage. Get on here and just start talking. Get your stuff done. Don't worry about it. Keep going. The next is settling for comfort. So these again are some examples of holding yourself back. Settling for comfort. So that's like staying in a job, a relationship, or a lifestyle that doesn't fulfill your needs, but it feels safe. That can hold you back from pursuing your dreams. We don't want to do that. Settling for comfort. But in the end, it's not even comfortable. We're comfortable in a place that we're not happy in because we're used to it. We're not stepping out on faith. We're not doing anything different. We're not taking a chance because we have that fear of failure. But we have to step out of that comfort zone. You don't want to settle for the rest of your life. You have to make changes in order to see progress in your life. So no settling. Let's keep it moving. The next one is negative self-talk. We all do it. I'll never be successful. I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be able to buy that house that I want. I'll never be able to fulfill my dreams. That negative self-talk, no good. Telling yourself things like that, it just blocks your blessings. It becomes a mental block and it stumbles you. It makes you just want to stay in the same place. Again, you're being stagnant. You don't want to do that. You have to move forward. That negative self-talk will get you every time. And that's why I talk about affirmations so much. I have, again, those 2 videos. Check them out. Write down some affirmations. Put them on your mirror. Write them on Post-it notes. Stick them around the house. You want to affirm yourself, especially when you're feeling down. Walk over to that mirror. Look at yourself in the eyes and say, I can do it. I am valuable. I have a voice that people need to hear. Write some down. I will be successful. I will fulfill my dreams. There is no stopping me. You got to talk to yourself in a more positive way. Don't say what you can't do, what you won't do, what you will not do. I'm not able to do that. Don't use those negative words. Positivity, always, always. Next is you're waiting for that perfect time. The perfect time never comes. The perfect time never comes. You just have to find the time and do it. And we always say things like, when it's the right time, everything's going to fall into place. How is it going to be the right time if you don't even make a step towards it? It's not going to fall in your lap. The right time is now. The perfect time is now. Everything will fall into place as you start to make progress, as you start to follow your actions, as you start to follow your action steps, I should say. Write your goals down, put down your action plan. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be obstacles, but you still want to make sure you are starting something. Do not wait for the perfect quote unquote time. It's not a perfect time. So if you're always waiting for the right time to start, you might never begin. There will always be obstacles, but taking imperfect action is better than not starting at all. So again, that goes back to your action plan. Take action. It could be a little step. Every single day, increase those steps. Today, I'm going to record for 3 minutes. Tomorrow, I'm going to record again. The next day, I'm going to try to go into Canva and look at some templates. I'm going to try to do some editing. I'm going to purchase a microphone if I can't find it. I don't know. I really don't need one. I'm going to find it. But just continue to make sure that you are completing some actions every single day to get you to your goal. The next one is, oh, here we go again. Fear of judgment or criticism. So high on the list because when I first started this channel last week, I had that fear of judgment so deep in my heart, in my spirit, like in my mind. If I put my face on YouTube, someone's going to judge me. If I speak on YouTube, someone's going to judge me. That fear was it was there. It was there for years. But something recently was tugging at me. There was another creator who was basically motivating small content creators to get out there. Let your voice be heard. You have something of value. And so the fear of judgment just whoop, like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to create a video. I'm going to create a page. I'm going to do everything. Again, I followed my actions, my action plan, and I did it. So worrying about what others will think can hold you back from pursuing a path that feels unconventional or risky. And this path of going on to YouTube is very unconventional. It's not a regular job, and it's very risky. So a lot of people are quitting their jobs, or at least that's what they're saying on YouTube. Say, I'm quitting my 9 to 5 and I'm doing YouTube full time. I'm quitting, which is a risk. And some people can take that risk and some people can't. But yeah, having that fear of judgment and criticism is something that sits in the back of your mind, like, oh my gosh, what are these people thinking about me? You have to let it go. Post it anyway. Say what you need to say. It's going to bring value. And if not bringing value at the most, it is allowing you to practice and to be better as you go on your journey and of becoming a YouTube content creator or whatever it is in life that you want to do. Practice makes progress. Don't worry about any criticism. And this is especially common if your dreams don't align with societal and family expectations. Woo! Family expectations. This is what you should be doing. You should be a doctor. You should be a lawyer. You should be a teacher. This is what you should be. In our family, this is what we are. Everybody is their own individual. Do not worry about them. Worry about yourself. You are the only person that you really need to worry about when it comes to fulfilling your dreams and being successful in your own mind. Let that go. Let that go. Next is perfectionism. Yes. Setting unrealistically high standards for yourself can stop you from completing or even starting tasks. Perfectionism often leads to burnout and a cycle of never feeling good enough. You can't be perfect because we are imperfect humans. You can be close to perfect, but that's not what we're striving for right now. We're striving to start a new thing. We're not going to be perfect. So get that out of your head. It's not going to be perfect. Record a video, post it. You're going to be fine. Number 9, lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries. Overcommitting to others and not setting boundaries can leave you with little time or energy to focus on your own dreams. That's kind of like a people pleaser, somebody who always says, yes, 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 I can do it, I can do it. But you have to learn to say no. Learning to say no can empower you. It can also free up so much time so that you can focus on your own priorities. So you have to learn how to say no. Set those boundaries with people who are so used to you saying yes to everything. Slowly say, no, not today, I can't do it. And then you'll finally get comfortable enough to just say no. I'm good at the no. No, I'm not doing it. Clinging to past mistakes. I've done this before. I've failed. I don't know why I did that. I don't want to fail again. We cannot cling to our past mistakes or we can't move forward. Again, that's the get it done mindset that Lonnie spoke about this morning. You have to let go of the past and those past mistakes. So either you're going to need more forward motion and less holding back. We need to stop holding ourselves back by remembering the past and saying, oh, it didn't work then, it's not going to work now. You're already setting yourself up for failure. And we already have the fear of failure. So that means that you're just going to be staying in place, standing in the same box, not even making a move. You need to move outside of the box. You have to take a risk in order to see some type of progress or some type of change. You know, you always have to have some type of risk. What do they call it? Some type of risk allowance, like allow a certain amount of risk to happen. So don't worry about that. Just do not cling to the past. Think about the future. Think about your future success. Think about things that you want to have in the future. Focus on that. Focus on the success. Again, affirmations are good. I will, I can, it's going to be like this. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be in my favor. That's it. And then number 11, comparison with others. We are new to YouTube. We are not 2 years in, 5 years in, 10 years in. You cannot compare your journey to anyone, even someone who could have been on here for 30 days, newbie, get a viral video or get some traction and get some subscribers based on whatever they are bringing value of. Excuse me. So we cannot compare ourselves with others because that person is that individual. You are your own individual. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are not them. They are not you. Their journey is not your journey. Your journey is not their journey. Everybody has their own path. Do not compare, because constantly comparing your progress to others can make you feel like you're falling behind or drowning. And that's not a good feeling. And you're feeling that you're not as successful as the other person. This can be discouraging. Comparing yourself can make you question your own path. Not good. Not good. We don't want to compare our path to anyone else because, again, you are an individual. Your path is for you. Their path is for them. Do not compare yourself with others. And I just want to make sure that I cover what I wrote down as well here on my little notepad. We hold ourselves back in so many ways, especially when we are working through fear. And there are so many fears that present themselves when it comes to life in general. But there are a few that show up for me, as I stated earlier in the video, when starting this channel, which was fear of judgment and fear of failure. But right now I am looking towards the prize. I'm not worried about any of these fears. I'm just moving forward. There's nothing else that I can do but come on here, record my video, post it, and just see what happens. Again, this is practice mode. This is practice mode. We are learning what to do. We are looking at our analytics, determining where people are dropping off, looking at our impressions, looking at our click-through rates in the analytics as we post these videos, just to see what we need to improve on. But I'm also looking at what are some of the topics that are getting more views than others. So just make sure that you're checking your analytics as you do this. And every day you're improving. Something new is happening every single day. You can do it. I'm going to do it. And just like Lonnie said this morning, get it done. You want to have either more forward motion or less holding back. Eventually, all this holding back that I'm doing right now as I'm starting this channel is going to disintegrate. I'm not going to be there. It's going to be more forward motion going forward. But as I'm starting, of course, I have those negative words in my head and self-doubt and fear and all that pops up because I'm new to this. But as I move forward, it'll be less and less of the negativity that's in my brain, that's coming onto the screen, or, whatever it is. It will be fixed. We're not going to continue to hold back. We are moving forward. All right.